10,
9,
8,
7, 6,
5,
4, 3,
2.
1. All you need is love. Ba, 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 ba. All you need
Hey,
is love.
Georgie. Oh, how do you know that song?
Oh, hey, Jane. Well, that's one of my favorite songs by the Beatles. All you need is love. But honestly, I don't know how realistic it is, because I need also food and like bacon and cheese puffs, and I need a winter jacket when I go outside and play with my friends. I need my Hot Wheels cars, and I need a shower too when I get all stinky.
Georgie, what are you talking about? You smell great to me.
Oh, thanks.
So, you know what, Georgie? You make some really good points. We do need a lot of things, but love, that's pretty important too, and especially God's love. And guess what? We get to talk more about that in today's episode.
What, an episode about love?
Yes, that is correct. And you know what? Let's get to it. So, welcome, friends and families. We are going to be starting the 6th episode of the UnNamed Kids Show.
Woohoo! I love the sound of that. All you need is love. And the UnNamed Kids Show. Woohoo!
Hi, everyone. We have a new theme this episode, which is pretty exciting. And as Georgie talked about at the beginning, it is love. And the most important love is God's love and Jesus' love for us. And we've learned that God cares and loves the earth and everything on it, which includes all of humans. But did you know that there's a story in the Bible that talks about Jesus' love specifically for kids like you? And so this story comes from Matthew 9:14. Jesus said, "Let the little children come to me. Don't keep them away. The kingdom of heaven belongs to people like them." And this story actually takes place when Jesus is a grown-up. And there are so many people who want Jesus' attention. That includes a lot of the elders and really important people during this time. It includes parents and just all these adults and even Jesus' disciples who are with him. And you know who also wants Jesus' attention? The kids. And you know what? These adults, these people who think that kids don't deserve Jesus' love and attention, but Jesus reminds them that he loves everyone and they're all important to him. And so that includes the kids. And so that also includes you. And so even if you can't physically see Jesus, you can still use your imagination to talk to him and grow close to him and notice that Jesus loves you too.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back and Happy New Year. I'm sending out positive thoughts and energy, love and light to everyone. Today, we are going to be talking about sensation. And I know you're wondering, what is sensation? Right, Mr. Rabbit? You're wondering what sensation is too. Well, sensations, let me give you all a great example of sensation. When you're outside and you're walking and it's chilly out and you get a shiver or a chill going up the back of your spine, your hair stands up, that is a form of sensation. What's the sensation that you're feeling when your mom or your dad gives you that great big hug when you're coming inside? Do you feel lots and lots of love like I do? I felt lots and lots of love from Mr. Rabbit because I hadn't seen him in a while. So when he gave me this great big hug, it gave me this warm and fuzzy and tingling sensation where I felt really, really loved. And guess what? It's okay to talk to mommy and talk to daddy about what those sensations feel like. Mr. Rabbit, you're a little quiet. Do you have anything you want to say? Anything you want to add? He said that I did a really good job talking about sensation. Okay. Well, he said that perhaps in the next episode, I can expand on the different types of sensation because sometimes you might feel a different sensation when you're sad. You'll feel a different sensation when you're happy. You'll feel a different sensation when you're angry, right? Again, we'll be back to learn more about sensations, and our focus next week will be on the feelings behind the sensations of feeling sad, okay? But I'm sending out positive thoughts and energy, love and light to everyone, and I will see you guys next week.
Hey there, everyone. I want to introduce you to one of my best friends. This is Min. You might recognize her as number 3 in the countdown.
Hi, I'm Min.
Min's new to church, so I was just showing her around and we were just hanging out. I was telling her about some of the fun things we do here. We have the gym, and we got the fireplaces, we do God's garden, and sometimes we eat donuts too. We had our big Christmas celebration and the New Year's, and it's already February. This year's going by so fast, Min.
Yeah, it really is. I wish it would slow down, especially February. I don't like February very much.
Oh yeah? Well, why's that?
Well, if I'm being honest, which I know people say it's good to be honest, to share my feelings, I'm not really looking forward to Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah, that is coming up, huh?
I feel like it's all just too much. People get cards and candy, and it's all about love. But what even is love? Sometimes I feel like people don't get me, so how can they love me? I know my parents say they do, but like my mom, it seems like she only loves me when I do my chores and do what she tells me to do. And then she doesn't love me when I don't do those things.
Oh, well, Min, I'm sorry you feel that way. I hope you know that I really appreciate you and love you as a friend.
Thanks, Georgie. I just don't get this love stuff. What does it even mean to love someone?
Oh, Andrew, I'm glad you're here. Could you help us with something?
Yeah, of course. Hey, Georgie. Hey, Min. What's going on?
Well, Min has some really good questions and was just telling me... Wait, Min, you should probably stay.
I was telling Georgie how confusing love is. I know people say I'm loved, but I don't really think I understand it. I do, I don't know. How do I know if people love me? Especially if I don't feel it. Oh, I just don't know.
Man, those are some really good questions. You know, love is something that people talk about all the time. And some of us like to sing about love. Georgie?
All you need is love. Ba-ba-da-ba.
Very nice, very nice. And even on the UnNamed Kids Show, for a while now, we've been talking about God's deep concern for everything that God has made. And that deep concern comes from a place of deep love. And man, like you said, love can be maybe confusing or hard to understand. And maybe it's helpful to think about love as receiving love and giving love. Like one way we can give love is by helping God take care of creation, love people, love animals and plants, right? By learning about them and seeing what we can do.
Oh yeah, I remember those tips from Organic Bob, like making our own fertilizer and putting out bird feeders.
Yeah, totally. And when we think about ways we can give love, one of the greatest examples is Jesus, right? When we read the stories about his life and how he interacted with people, there's so many things he did that were really encouraging and inspiring. How about this, Min and Georgie? If you saw your friends and their feet were really dirty and muddy just from being outside, what would you do?
I would stay away from their feet.
Yeah, that's kind of yucky.
Yeah, that's really understandable. But Jesus actually took that moment to show his friends how much he cared for them by getting down on the ground and washing their feet. And I know that's not for everybody, but when Jesus did it, it was a really big deal. How about this one? Georgie and Min, what would you do if you knew there were some people that most others didn't like, right? Like a lot of people talked bad about them, looked down on them. What would you do?
Oh, that's kind of sad. I would feel bad for them.
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't know what to do if I saw them.
Yeah, that's totally fair. That makes sense. And Jesus actually went out of his way to eat with them, to have meals with them, spend time, sit with them, get to know them, and maybe even told some jokes to get them to smile.
Whoa, that's so caring.
Wow, that sounds so hard to do.
Yeah, it can be, man. And I think it's helpful to remember, like, when we love people, it could be all sorts of different things. Like Jesus would spend time trying to heal people when they were sick.
Ooh, I like to make bacon noodle soup when people get colds.
Oh, totally, yeah. And Jesus would feed people just if they were hungry.
Or a bowl full of cheese puffs should do the trick, huh?
Yeah. And sometimes he would give encouraging words.
Min, I think you're a great friend.
And sometimes he would have like closeness with his friends if they were comfortable with it.
Hey, Min, do you mind if I give you a hug?
Sure.
That's really sweet.
Wow, this is really helpful. So love isn't just one thing. It can look like so many different things.
Yeah.
Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Georgie.
Oh, thank you.
Of course. Glad to help, man.
Hi, I'm Kelly. I'm the dad to Nora and Micah and Evie Bergman, and today we're going to read a story called I Love You, Little One by Patricia Hegarty. High up in the mountains, the day has just begun. A bouncy little bear cub is having playtime fun. As high as the sky, as big as the sun, how I love you, little one. Dog and puppy love to dig a hole that's deep and wide, and when they're done, they sit in it together, side by side. As big as the world, as deep as can be, I love you, and you love me. Perched up high among the leaves, bird begins to sing a happy song to baby chick, snug beneath her wing. As tall as the trees, whatever the weather, I love you forever and ever. Across the smooth and shiny ice, the seals just love to slide, then cuddle up together, through the sea they glide. As clear as the water, as pure as the snow, I love you more than you'll ever know. Elephant stomps noisily along the jungle trail, babies never far behind, following trunk to tail. As high as the tallest jungle vine, how I love you, baby of mine. Hopping, skipping rabbits play a game of chase, then nestle down together in a happy, golden place. As bright as the meadow where dandelions sway, I love you more and more each day. In the bright, warm sunshine of the jungle plain, baby cub snuggles up to lion's shaggy mane. As soft as the grass spreading near and far, I love you just the way you are. Trotting through the forest, sniffing at the air, as fox weaves through the tree trunks, Kit follows everywhere. As deep as the woods and the earth below, I will always love you so. In the deep blue ocean, turtles swim side by side. When baby turtle needs a rest, he likes to hitch a ride. As vast as the beautiful deep blue sea, I'll love you always, endlessly. The moon and stars shine brightly at the end of a busy day. How much do I love you? More than words can say. Hello, moon. Good night, sun. How I love you, little one. The end. And that was I Love You, Little One by Patricia Hegarty.
Hey, Georgie.
Hey, love, Andrew, love. How love, our love, you love. Do love, you love, love, to love, be love, outside love, the in love, the love, snow love.
Georgie,
love,
whoa.
To love, drink love, hot chocolate love.
Georgie, what are you doing?
Oh, Andrew, I'm speaking love language. You know, we were talking about love, and I was just trying to figure out ways I could show and share it. And I heard about love languages, and I thought I could find a book, but I couldn't, so I gave it a shot myself.
Okay, that's pretty interesting.
Oh, hey, man, how are you? How love, our love, you love.
What are you doing, Georgie?
He's actually speaking a love language, man.
Oh, that's funny. Sorry, I don't think I can speak that language, Georgie. I mean, I'm still having a hard time figuring out how to feel love.
Oh, Min, you want to tell us more about that?
Well, our conversation earlier did help that Jesus is there and shows up for people and puppets when and how they might need him, but like my grandma, for instance. She says she loves me, but mostly she just buys me socks. And I don't really like socks.
You don't even have feet.
And my friends mainly just want to go to the movies and play video games, but I'd rather draw pictures and go bird watching.
Oh man, that makes a lot of sense. And that could be really hard, especially when you're with family and friends. All right, Georgie brought up love languages before, and I kind of want to explain love languages, okay? So basically, it's 5 ways of showing and receiving love. Like they're words of affirmation, which are like saying compliments and supportive things. It's quality time, spending time together like we're doing right now. Some people, it's giving gifts or receiving gifts. Another one is service, right? Maybe you help people out. And then another one is just physical touch, whether it's hugs or high fives or fist bumps, right? Like it's some of the things we talked about earlier that Jesus did. For me, I'm all about quality time. Like I like to spend time with the people I care about. Min, maybe when you think about your grandma, why do you think she gives you socks?
Well, everyone is different and unique.
Yeah, and maybe her love language is gift giving.
Yeah, totally. So Min, maybe next time, just know when your grandma does that, it's her way of saying she loves you. And I'd suggest maybe bringing a coloring book next time and asking your grandma to color it with you, or maybe go on a walk with her and look for birds. You could do that with your friends too.
That's a good idea.
Ooh, I love the love languages. I really think spending all of this quality time with you two is what makes me feel the most loved. I learned so much and have so much fun when we're together. I love you two friends.
Love you too, Georgie.
Sure do.
Hi friends out there, it's George here. And earlier, Georgie, Min, Andrew, Jane, they were talking about love languages, right? The 5 different ways that we can show and share love, right? Like how God created all of creation uniquely and differently and beautifully. He also created different ways for us to show and share our love. Along with that, I also wanted to say how important it is to remember to show ourselves some love as well. You know, maybe we spend a lot of time because our classes are maybe on the computer screen and we get tired and frustrated. It's good to take a step back, right? Maybe go outside for a little bit or get away from the screens, read a book, whether that's by yourself or with a family member. Some other ways to show self-love are eating healthy, eating good foods that nourish us and make us whole and feel excited and ready to go throughout the rest of our day. Also, for those of us who have been experiencing coming on Sundays to God's Garden, we talk about showing love for all the things that God has created, especially outside. There are ways that whether maybe we're not feeling the love some days, or we're not sure how to give love, that we can look to nature, the things that God has created to receive some of that love, right? Maybe it's stepping outside and looking up at the night sky and taking in all those beautiful stars. It's recognizing that every day the sun rises, right? And every day the sun sets. It's a chance for a new start, a fresh way to look at the day, regardless of what has happened. It's seeing the changing of the seasons, right? We can be really cold and chilly in the wintertime, but look forward to the spring and the new life that is to come, and the summertime when we can put our shorts back on and enjoy the hot weather. All right, so my encouragement for all of you this week is to think about some way that you can use these love languages to show and share love with someone in your life, be that a friend or a family member, right? Maybe it's reaching out and writing a letter or sending a little message to one of your friends that you haven't talked to in a while, giving those words of affirmation, telling how much you appreciate them, miss them. Maybe It's looking at a family member, maybe your parents, who might need a little bit of extra help around the house, right? Cleaning up after yourselves, or making sure that all your dishes are put away, your clothes are put away in your room, things like that. Doing those acts of service. Maybe it's asking a friend or a sibling if you could give them a hug if they're having a hard day. And it's always good to make sure that we ask and receive a verbal confirmation that people want those hugs, right? Because sometimes we don't want the hugs, or a high five, or a fist bump, or whatever that may be. But sometimes we do, and those can be a great way to show our love for someone else. All right, so that's my encouragement for all of you, to think of one of those love languages and how you can show and share that with someone in your life. And hopefully when we're back together again soon, I can hear about some of the ways that you're doing that, and that hopefully you're receiving the love as well. I wish you all the best this week. I'll be thinking about you, praying for you, and I can't wait to hopefully see you soon.
Hi everyone. So before we end this video, I have a prayer for us that I'd like you to pray with me. Mother Earth, thank you for loving us with so many wonderful gifts, and for the kiss of the sun and the hug of the water. Jesus, thank you for being a safe presence to come to, and for happily giving us lots of love and encouragement. Great Spirit, thank you for being with us always, and for inviting us to love others and to ask others to love us. Amen.